horse is like this. So, like that, right? See? This, we're going to take his balance right away and we can right away go. So punch, like that. See, we're in. Then we change angle. We break his posture and we strike, like that. So function has a hand which rolls this way or this way, and then this comes in and strikes. So you come in punch, so like this, like that, and off he goes. But what that really is imagine we have a spear, so he thrusts the spear, right? And I parry the spear, and then I thrust. So when I thrust the spear, so the backhand goes forward, the energy comes in and it expands through his body. Or he comes again, he thrusts. So the spear goes this way, goes like this, deflects out, and then the thrust comes out. The Golden Bell Qigong gives your body, see if we do the first move second. So it gives your body that kind of hydraulic like pressure to generate the same type of power that's useful in the horse that I used and the function that we demonstrated. All right, so this is continuing our previous discussion about Xingyi, right? And that discussion actually started because we were talking about mixing styles, remember? Mixing styles. And the Xingyi I learned is a later style Xingyi passed down by the Central Guoshu Institute, Zhongyang Guoshuguan. Guoshu means national art, and by that they meant Kungfu, basically, Chinese martial arts. And it was established as a place to preserve the great Chinese martial arts and to be taught together. So what does that mean? That means all of them that was practicing there basically were mixed martial artists after all, because it was, what happened was in the late 1920s, beginning in the 1930s, they had these nationwide tournaments with huge prize money run by held by the government, and martial artists came out to fight, and if you got top placement, you got paid a fortune, and you were offered a position to teach at the Central Guoshu Institute. So it was like getting a job at teaching at Harvard or something like that. Very desirable. So they got to pick from some of the best martial artists available and form this place. And so the list of professors, the list of instructors there is like the who's who of Chinese martial arts in that era from 100 years ago. They have like Wang Ziping, he was the head of the Shaolin department. There's a Baji master Ma Yingtu, very famous. There's a Qigong master Guo Changseng, Shuaijiao master Chang Dongsheng, internal arts master of Bagua, Xingyi, and Taiji, Sun Lutang, and just all kinds of other people. So many great masters that taught there. So, and they created a curriculum for the students to study and to be knowledgeable with all of these. You can specialize in something or another, but you learn everything. So everyone got a very diverse background, a bunch of different arts. And of course, they influence each other. They got to see, they might do this kind of technique on me in this course, so they adapt to that. Or I develop this kind of power or this kind of flexibility, this kind of speed from this training, and that affected your other arts practice. So it's a big mix that was very beneficial in some ways. And so this Xingyi is different from like the old Che style Xingyi or the Dai family Xingyi or something like that. It has the unique Guoshuguan Central Martial Art Institute's flavor. Does that make sense? So that flavor is that it's very young, and by young I mean that it is it's very directed towards the opponent and aggressive, as opposed to being like retreating a lot and redirecting a lot. And so I don't mean the yin and yang qi, because of course to have good yang qi you have to have yin qi to balance that, but it means that it's aggressive. So do you follow so far? Mm-hmm. Well, enough talk. Let me demonstrate what the movements look like. Like any other Xingyi, it's based on the 5 elements and the 12 animals. Okay, so step this way. I'm just gonna do the form again. This is the 5 element linking form, or maybe parts of it. Go like this. like that.
Cool.
So fairly to the point and fairly aggressive, right? The National Martial Arts Institute's lineage. And they have a very young, very outward form of this, and they very much use this kind of energy in your body to generate strikes that are powerful and hard to block. So if you punch me like that, punch, punch, punch. So see, it's just, you may not fall back that exaggeratedly per se, right? Punch and try and keep balance like this, but your power doesn't even enter me. There's like a hydraulic sense right here. So punch again, and so see, it's right away in. It goes right through to you. Okay, punch it, see, like this, and then we're in. And if you were to block a punch, right? You block my punch.
Oh.
So if you block my punch like that, when you fill your body with that force, right?
Yes.
Do you fly out of the frame? So, and then we talked a little bit about there's animal forms. So the animals build out the same engine. So this style uses this engine where you generate a yang energy and the power goes out with each movement. And what the animals are like styles. I don't mean wildly different styles. I don't mean like the difference between Tai Chi and Shaolin or something like that. I mean like, if you say in like in boxing, right? There's different styles. There's maybe like a Philly shell style. Maybe there's like there's maybe an outsider style. Maybe there's a infighting style and different kinds of styles. But basically, you use the same moves, right? Jab, cross, hooks, uppercut, overhand. But when do you use them? How do you set them up differs. Do you pressure in with solid jab crosses? Do you control distance? Do you control angles to use them, right? So those are different styles of boxing. And in like, say like Muay Thai, you have different styles. Ones that focus on controlling with distance with teep, one where you want to get in an elbow and knee, ones in which you use your takedowns effectively, and so forth, right? So the different animals, the 12 animals represent different flavors, strategies, I would say, strategies of how you use those. So let's take a look at some of the animals. So one is a monkey, right? So from here, monkey goes whoop, whoop, like that. And we saw the last time, but let's do it again. So you punch me, so we go here. I'm angling, and then I set up for the strike, like that. So let's trade sides so we'll see a little better. So he attacks me, I receive the same yang energy that pressures him, and as he's off balance, he punches, then we change angle. We break his posture, and we strike, like that. So we're changing the angle to break his posture, suck you down, and then finishing off, right? Another animal will be like horse. Horse is like this. Like that, okay? So it actually has the same type of first movement as monkey, but this one is here, okay? So you come and you punch me, so like that. So I switch the punch to the face to a push to your shoulder.
Nice, thank you.
So I'll go slow, you punch in. So I come here, receive here like this, and I angle, and I get this angle on him. So from here, then we just go pum, like that, typically. So he punches in, see, like this, and then fire out the force, and then off you go. Both starts off that same kind of way, right? To show you a third one, this is bear. So bear goes. So again, we have this drilling upward. That's called Zhuanchen, drilling fist. So you come and punch me. So we like this, and then boom, like that. So come out, go slow. So from here, this drills up, and then we get in, and we express the energy out this way, in the elbow or shoulder into the body. And so we're going to immediately affect his balance. He punches, right? See, this we're going to take his balance right away, and we can right away go. So punch, like that. See, we're in right then and there. I'm not trying to punch, block out this way. Okay, I'm actually running right to him. So I take the center line, so to speak, so from there, and if he's still close to me, then we'll go boom, like that. If he got bounced back. So then forget it. Then we're not doing that. But if he has a good punch, then we're here. Then we're in right away. And we hit, and we'll follow up with something else or another. So that's a monkey, horse, bear, and they both start off with this, right? but monkey wants to go around you. Horse finds an angle and then kicks you with his powerful legs. And the bear is going to come in and maul you. So different strategies of how and when they want to apply their technique and their power from their engine, but build off the same kind of moves. Does that make sense? Okay, any questions?
Is this correct that Xingyi was developed with the spear in mind? Is that correct?
Yeah, Xingyi dates back to the use of spear. So that's why there's a feeling of your weight being thrusted forward through every single movement. So boom, like that, right? This is the striking of the horse is a form of function. Function is this, okay? And so punch me for a second. So function has a hand which rolls this way or this way, and then this comes in and strikes. So you come and punch. So like this, like that, and off he goes. Come on back. Punch again, or like this, like that. It goes right and then go. But what that really is imagine we have a spear. So he thrusts the spear, right? And I parry the spear, and then I thrust. So when I throw the spear, so the backhand goes forward. The energy comes in and it expands through his body. Or he comes again, he thrusts. So the spear goes this way, goes like this, deflects out, and then the thrust comes out. So it is definitely based on your spear. And the splitting fist is like how a spear smashes down. Like if you thrust towards me, and how I push your staff down to the ground, and then boom, like that, right? So you go, foo, foo. So you can think of the first movement, this down smash of the spear, thrust through. So that's where the engine came from, that kind of power. And then as we move to empty-handed fighting, then the strategies the animals developed to better use that in different kind of angles and strategy.
Very cool. It seems like a battering ram. The bear.
Yeah, yeah. So especially the Guoshuguan's very young, very aggressive version of this is quite battering ram-like. There are ones that in the older original styles before they brought it to the Guoshuguan that were maybe more evasive or maybe long range, but this one is quite like that, like the way that you're accurately perceiving the characteristic of it. And so how do you make this work? Because if you don't have the internal power, the engine for it, then you're just doing short patty cake hits that don't hurt anybody. But you got to be able to, drive through them or send them flying with each movement or break their posture to make this effective. So the way they did it was in classical Xingyi they practice santi, which is a way of opening your body and expanding your qi and aligning your body in a way that gives you that structure and that ability to conduct your song and your qi, to have jin power throughout the whole thing. One of the ways that they practiced to have that body connection and that kind of hydraulic-like power in the Guoshuguan was through Qigong. They have different Qigong they practice. One of the top fighters that got placed in the Guoshuguan was Guru Zhang from the south, and he taught a form of Shaolin that had a Qigong called the Golden Bell Qigong, which you've learned a bit of, right? The Golden Bell Qigong gives your body, see if we do the first move second. So it gives your body that kind of hydraulic-like pressure to generate the same type of power that's useful in the horse that I used and the function that we demonstrated to use it in that way. And so it gave the people that practiced it, one, a body that's very resilient to impact and damage, but also gave them the ability to generate that sort of abrupt, what they call cold and crisp power in Chinese martial arts that was useful in Xingyi. And it was really good for healing injuries. Practicing Qigong improves your body's ability to restore itself to the way that it's supposed to be. So it's pretty cool, right?
Yes.
Any question on anything so far?
So this preceded Xingyi Quan, is that correct?
Yeah. Off the top of my head, I want to say it's like 500 years old that we have accurate history for. It goes back to I think the 1500s. If I'm wrong about that number, I'll correct it later. But yeah, and then Tai Chi only just goes back really like 200-300 years reliably, if we don't count any mythological stories.
Okay.
Yeah. So So Xingyi is an older art.
So it was probably like the art that was used in battlefield that dominated because, the longer range weapons are the battlefield weapons. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, so in the older days, the early days of Xingyi, they made a big deal about passing on the art of how to use the Xingyi spear because it was very, very effective and very practical in battlefield combat. And even in the later era, in the 1900s, they still used it even in the modern battlefield in bayonet techniques. So we have a little bayonet, we still shoot, shoot, that's still pretty good. Shoot, 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 like that. So even in the end of that era, they still used it in the battlefield.
Okay, great.
All right. So if you want to get good at this, I recommend practicing your Golden Bell Qigong and feel the hydraulic likeness. So let's do it briefly. Inhale. Exhale. This is just open and relax your body. And then inhale, inflate your body. And when you exhale, feel all that shoot down to your fingertips. Yeah. Do it. Let's do it once slow. Feel that directed down to your fingertips. And this time, let it just go. Don't force it, but just let it like a sneeze. Yeah, don't add any spinal whips or anything. It's not that kind of power. It's like a hydraulic like power. Yeah. Try it upwards too. Yeah, try it downwards too. And then we're gonna ring the bell. We're gonna make the qi resonate in your body. One hand pressed down. The point is gonna be on the side of your ribs. Yeah, about there. Inhale as you circle like that. Gently push down with hand. Inhale and inflate the air into this area. Inflate, inflate, inflate. Hold your breath and then gently, with a comfortable pressure. If you do it just right, relax, exhale. You'll feel as if that vibration travels from there throughout your body like a bell ringing. So if you do it wrong, it's like, ugh, it hurts a lot. If you inflate properly, there's a sort of a echoey resonance that goes through your body. And that's when the qi, when the movements activate certain meridians of energy, and the posture activates certain meridians of energy. And when you hit, it travels and activates those meridians and spreads the energy throughout your whole body so that your body integrates this connection, this energy flow. Let's do the other side. Inhale. Hold your breath. And exhale. If it hurts or if you feel like you're knocking your wind now, then you've hit yourself too hard. You haven't resonated, rung your bell, haven't gotten your energy to resonate. So you got to find the right feeling of inhaling and inflating and the right level of pressure. But when you get good at it, you could go quite hard and with no discomfort whatsoever. And that's a sign of your Qigong improving. Let's close it. Inhale and exhale. Okay, having done that, so go like this, and from here, expand your hand upwards. Expand. Yeah. So just like you did this, feel and expanding. Yeah. Like a hydraulic pressure that shoots up. Boom, like that. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. And then so I'm gonna punch you and you're gonna do that right through my arm, okay? Let me take stuff off. Go. Ooh, not bad. Yeah. Aim for like my forehead. Yes, there you go. See how it just powers through me? Yeah. Don't try to curl over me, just in a straight line, just inflate through it. There you go. That's it. Okay, then move two. From there, this hand rises up to here. This one is gonna go down, kind of like this feeling. This, and this one goes forward and down. So, boom, like that. Boom, boom. Keep your spine straight, don't curl, okay? Boom. Yeah. So from there, so, yes, okay? So go ahead to the first part, boom. Yeah, like that. Now this hand, you did both hand point down this way. This hand it's called splitting fist. It actually goes forward, it's like a between a chop and a palm strike. So you're gonna go like that, okay? Yeah, like that. Actual target is like my face. So punch me for a second. So it's here, like this, and this is gonna go boom, like that. Palm strike through here, assist drops down through that. So you try that. That's great. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, one more time. Ooh, yeah, you're gonna be just make me run face first into your palm, take some
Yes.
teeth out type of situation. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll teach you the third move since you're doing so well. The next one is Beng Chen. So you have Zhuan, Pi, and Beng Chen. So here you step up. This is like a spear thrusting, boom, like that feeling. And you just expand your hand forward. Just like you did this, and you expand that forward. So do the first part, 1, 2, okay? And then go right into my ribs, so expand forward. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Am I moving my
You
rear?
step it right up to the other foot, so they come together like this. Half step Beng Chen. Yeah. So 1, 2. Yeah, like that. Yeah. So go ahead and pressure right that through. Yeah, like that. That's good. Put your hand on me and then pressure through this time, okay? See how that feels. 1, 2. Yes. Yeah. You see how my hip shot back? So how does it feel?
It feels very, very powerful, almost Tai Chi like, but energy is different.
Energy is different, yeah. So I know your brain juices are always going. So what are you thinking about now regarding this in Tai Chi?
I would use, one for something else. I don't have the words to explain it yet, but one is like very aggressive.
Yeah, one's very aggressive and one is definitely not very aggressive, right? And
Oh,
should we do this now? We'll discuss it next time in the next
Okay.
video.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll be kind of a long video about how Tai Chi is different from this and how it would deal with this. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, good job on your Xingyi. Very
you.
nice. Thanks for watching. See you next time.